Well, it had come as a bit of a surprise when in the midst of the strained relations between the Congress party and Prashant Kishor, the political strategist had a tie-up with the Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh. But now Prashant Kishor has opted out. In a letter which he has written to a Chief Minister, he said that because he's given up active politics and political strategy, he no longer wants to be an advisor to the Punjab government. But look at the situation. The irony is that today Prashant Kishor does not have strained relations with the Congress party. Just a few weeks back, he had a meeting with the three Gandhis. And there is this entire chatter about Prashant Kishor joining the Congress party. Well, what sources are telling me is that as of now, Prashant Kishor has not made up his mind. To someone who was very close to him told me that Prashant Kishor also says that I have to make up my mind whether I really want to join the Congress party. It's not enough that they make me an offer. Now, what about the Congress? Well, there are a couple of proposals which are floating around, but the one which is coming in really from the top is a kind of an advisory role for Prashant Kishor. Remember the National Advisory Council for Sonia Gandhi, where she was a chairperson to aid and advise her. It was often called the super cabinet because it was give inputs as far as the UPA government is concerned. But it was believed to be a very powerful body. The NSC was also seen as a turnaround moment for the UPA in more ways than one. So this is something which is being mulled now, a kind of an advisory body consisting of not just Prashant Kishor, but others whom the Gandhis, particularly Rahul Gandhi, are comfortable working with. Raghuram Rajan is one name, Kaushik Basu, which will actually give you that guideline or the kind of thread which should be followed by the Congress party in a run-up to the 2024 elections. But will he be acceptable to the rest of the Congress leaders? Well, no. And yes as well. Yes, because those who are very close to the Gandhis are bound to fall in line and they're going to accept Prashant Kishor with open arms. But in a deeply divided party like the Congress, where to each is his own, and each leader, especially the veterans, think that they are law unto themselves and that they are the kings, it's highly unlikely that they're going to accept a newcomer like Prashant Kishor, who may have to end up calling the shots in the Congress party apart from the Gandhis. Anyone who goes closer to the Gandhis is often frowned upon by many of the so-called loyalists of the Congress party or those who are feeling increasingly left out. What can Prashant Kishor bring on the table? Well, the first sign of it really was when Rahul Gandhi hosted a breakfast meeting and opposition parties turned up. That was also coming in because of a nudge from Mamata Banerjee, but it was very clear that Prashant Kishor also told the Congress that if you do want to have a formidable opposition front, then the Congress party cannot be left out, but it also has to pull up its socks. In the next few days, we are going to try and see whether that PK impact is felt on the Congress party. But certainly the doors have finally opened to him after a bitter parting which took place in the Uttar Pradesh elections.